Looks like a young, hang on. There's 1, 2, 3. Everyone, I think this is Kurhula. I think this is Kurhula with her 2 cubs. Oh, fantastic. Yes. Finally we found you some leopard. Or I found you some leopard. It is indeed. Look at that. Oh, wow, this is wonderful, everyone. Have a look. We haven't seen this female for a few days. Quite some time, actually. Oh, wow. Look how big they are. I haven't seen them since June. They really are so big. And they're doing very well, it looks like. Okay, let's follow her. Just going to try and maneuver through here. Isn't this exciting, everyone? Wow, this is fantastic. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Finally, I get to find leopard. And, well, I mean, not just me. Dave spotted her. I just heard the alarm calls. And it's so interesting, you know, I always speak about this, the importance of listening out to the bush and listening out for other animals and their alarm calls. Just going to go around here. Sorry, everyone, it's quite thick. Watch out, Dave. And it's so important to listen out for these alarm calls so that we're able to work out where the predators are. And these kudu are all staring in this direction, so it made it a bit easier for us to know where to look. They're still moving through there. Sorry everyone, this is a bit thicker than expected, but we'll get to see her again shortly. Can't squeeze through there. You've almost got to anticipate which line you take. Oh, but there's... I know James refers to Kurhula as the queen. And the 2 little cubs, the prince and princess, I believe he calls them. James. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, yeah, have a look, everyone. This is a lovely view quickly of them right close to us. And there they go. Okay, let's see quickly. Watch out. Just watching all these branches. Sure, you can see how difficult it is to follow them through here, but they seem quite relaxed with us, which is great. And again, I'm keeping my distance a little bit, everyone. I don't want to drive right up behind them because I don't want to disturb them too much or cause them to feel threatened by the vehicle. Then we are making a bit of a noise, but we can see she's still very comfortable. Look at that. Oh, this is very, very special. I do really enjoy leopard, and I've been fortunate to work in areas, and I mean, for 5 years I got to see leopards almost daily. The leopard viewing where I used to work was really good. And got to learn a lot about these animals, which I find very fascinating. I do find leopards fascinating, their behavior, and what I have noticed too is that it doesn't matter what you read about leopards, you'll often find their behavior changing all depends on the situation and where they are. It would be nice if she did move out into a slightly more open area for us. Might get a bit better. There we go. Sure, not always easy following these animals. Oh, look there, everyone. Straight ahead. Oh, that is wonderful. If I guess right, it looks like the male, yeah, that is the male with the female, with Kurhula, and then it is the young female who's off to the left. And it's incredible. I can already see a size difference between that young male and the young female. And all of this started just after the termites and the zebra, and we stopped to have a look around at something else, and the next thing we heard the kudu alarm calling. James is saying that young male is almost as tall as the female, as his mother. You're right, James. That is very, very interesting. It's incredible how big they get, you know. And just remember that with the leopards, the young or the males will be twice the size of females. A big male will weigh around 70 to 80 kilograms, whereas a female will only be around 30 to 40 kilograms. So the males are twice the size. So you can imagine these youngsters from a young age already start looking in a similar size to the females. But I still think these cubs are still very young. So actually, those of you who do know them a bit better than what I do, how old are these cubs now? Maybe one of our viewers can please let me know, because I can't remember from the last time I saw them. I think last time I saw them, they must have been about 3 months. So are they about 8 months? They look about 8 months, maybe 9 months old. Oh, well, look at that. So they're about 9 months on the 2nd of November, apparently. That's nice. If I look at animals, gauge the age, and right, I do enjoy that. Okay, so they're about 9 months old. That's wonderful. So they've still got a little bit of time ahead of them where they're still vulnerable and still have to be careful of other predators. I have seen leopards in the past, youngsters about this age or even close to a year, and still don't make it. But I do think this Kurhula, from what I have seen and heard, she's a very successful mother. So I think she's done very well in raising 2 cubs. It's not easy for a leopard to raise cubs, and for her to raise 2 is just wonderful. Where have they gone now? There we go. I got a very interesting question, but I didn't quite copy all of it. So I'd like that question again, because it was an interesting question about related leopards. So Matthew from Michigan. Okay, Matthew's asked us, will if a adult female, so for example, if Kurhula lost her life, if she was injured somehow, lost her life, and she had 2 cubs, but a related female came into the area and found the cubs, would she then look after the cubs and raise them as her own? So the chances are highly unlikely, Matthew. But what I have seen in the past, and I have seen this, so that's why I say I've been very fortunate to see a lot of different leopard behavior. And I've seen, sorry, I was trying to get through this, I've seen an adult female, an old female, that gave birth to a leopard and raised that leopard, and she then, she gave birth, to a cub. And what happened was the female, that young female, actually then left her cub, and the old female, the mother, then took over that, raising that cub, and she raised it. So that has happened before, but not because the female lost her life, but purely I think that the young female wasn't ready to look after that cub. It would be wonderful if these leopards could move out of this area, make it a bit easier for us. I just got a little branch to the face, and we might need danger pay, I think. Alright everyone, I'm going to try and stick with Kurhula and move through this thicket. While I do that, let's quickly get an update from James. I think he's got some bovine he'd like to show you. We're still with Kurhula, everyone. We've managed to follow her through this thick bush with the cubs, but we're approaching a road now, so I'm hoping they decide to walk along the road for us. That would be wonderful. Hang on, I'm going to try to get us a view here quickly. We're going to get them crossing the road shortly. Nice out in the open. Let's see where they go. Oh, watch these little cubs. They've been a little bit playful. 3 leopards, everyone. Isn't that amazing? I'm so happy. I promise you, I can't even begin to explain. It's just such a lovely, lovely sighting, and to be able to spend time with them and follow them. There we go. Out in the road. Stay along the road. No. It's a young male. Oh dear. The keys seem to be stuck. Sorry everyone, Rusty seems to be fighting with me now. The key actually got stuck and wouldn't turn. Alright, don't worry, got it going. She's still moving through this very thick stuff. I actually might lose her soon. Hang on a second. I think I've found a little gap here. So Winter Prism would like to know how many litters might each of these big cats have in a lifetime. Now, if I'm not, it all depends. So there are a number of factors that go into it, because what could happen is a female might give birth to something and then potentially lose her cubs to, for whatever reason. And so I would say, hang on a second, Kurhula's spotted something, everyone. So the average lifespan of a female leopard is probably, let's call it 17 years. She'll probably only give birth for the first time around 3 3 years old, maybe 3 to 4 years, and then every 2 years after that. So let's call it 3, then 5, then 7, I'll call it 9, 11. You know what? 6 or 7 times, 8 times in their lifespan, if they're lucky, if they're very successful. I would say somewhere around there for leopards, and lions maybe a bit less, maybe 5 or 6 times. She definitely saw something, but the little cubs carried on moving. They were not worried at all. I'm just going to try to stay with her a few more minutes for you. These branches are not fun to drive through. I wonder what Kurhula saw, because she actually ran a little bit. Just I'm just trying to see where they're going. Watch out there, Dave. Can you still see them? No, there they are. They're just behind us. Okay, hopefully they come out into this opening. Here we go, everyone. She's walking towards us. There they come. Oh, wonderful. What a way to end. Everybody, don't forget to join us again this afternoon, and we'll hopefully have more of this leopard and the lions. Thank you to David on camera, the ladies in FC, Lou and Kirsten, thank you very much. Thanks to James. Thank you again to all our viewers. It is wonderful to have you on safari with us. Thank you for the comments. We will see you all this afternoon